Caritas News on the Go, the Social Action Network's news and public affairs online show featuring national newsmakers and our team Caritas from the 85 social action centers nationwide. Live at Caritas Philippines social media channels, Fridays 9 to 10 o'clock in the morning. Caritas News on the Go.
Isang napakamagandang umaga po sa inyong lahat. Welcome to another episode of Caritas News on the Go. Live po kami ngayon dito sa Panay and Negros Islands. Ako po si Jean Ray Henderson. We would like to give you a taste of what happened during the 10th anniversary of Super Typhoon Haiyan in Tacloban several weeks ago. Noong November 8, gusto namin na ipakita sa inyo kung paano tayo nag-celebrate, kung paano ang commemoration nangyari, especially of how we also relived or we showcased the Caritas legacy that we did 10 years ago with our 9 diocesan social action centers and 166 communities vastly affected by Super Typhoon Haiyan. At gusto po namin na ipaalam din sa inyo kung paano ang ating mga kasama, ang ating mga kapamilya sa Caritas Internationalis member organizations ay nagpaabot din ng kanilang suporta at nagpaabot ng kanilang pagmamalaki sa lahat ng pagtutulungan ng lahat ng mga Katoliko man o hindi sa buong mundo na nagtulungan during the time that we are really deep into a very chaotic disaster, a very chaotic emergency. At ngayon nga po ay nagkaroon ng pagkakataon na makatulong ang Catholic Church dito sa Pilipinas at sa buong mundo sa muling pagbangon ng ating mga kababayan sa siyam na dioceses po na tinulungan hindi lamang ng Caritas Philippines kundi ng buong Caritas Global Confederation. Nandito po ang mga nangyari noong November 8, 2023. Our Caritas legacy.
So I believe the answers are the same. How the church responded and what I was most proud of when the church responded to Yolanda is that we responded as one. We are one Catholic, Holy Catholic and Apostolic Church, and we always respond in unity and solidarity. Not just in terms of relief or supplies or funding, but also in prayer. So that's what I'm most proud of. As far as the Archdiocese of Singapore is concerned, not just in Yolanda, but whenever there are crises in the region or in the world, the Catholic Church in Singapore is always very eager and very willing and very ready to help the neighbors in the region and throughout the world. So that's what we are called to do as disciples of Christ, to love our neighbors as ourselves.
I think the church did a great job responding to the crisis in the context of making sure that they addressed the needs of the people at the time, the counseling, the faith needs, the hardship, and the psychosocial, and then they stayed with it for the longer term to make sure that people's housing and employment opportunities were looked after. I'm most proud of the immediate response right after. I had the opportunity of being here right after the super cyclone and bringing people together, responding to the hurt that many people felt, the loss that they felt, helping bring them from a place of seemingly hopelessness to a place of hope. And I think that has been great. And I think this 10-year anniversary has really demonstrated that they have gone from that place of hopelessness to hope.
First of all, the Catholic Church, and especially the Australian population in general, was very generous towards this appeal. We raised over $5.6 million with about 17,000 donations, and this helped with immediate needs such as tarpaulins, wash kits, shelter kits, and wash kits as well. So we're very proud of that. As well as that, on a personnel level, we deployed about 2 staff members to come to Tacloban to help with the rapid needs assessments and to help service the people here in this city. And to this day, we still partner very closely with Caritas Philippines and also encourage any community-managed disaster risk reduction activities to ensure that the damage can be severely managed. Yeah, two things that we're very proud of. First of all is the generosity of the Australian public and the Catholic Church and the bishops and the community at large in Australia, especially the Filipino diaspora. Their willingness to come together and to band behind the people of the Philippines is one that I think we're very, very proud of because there are quite a few of us in Australia. The second is we're very proud of our partnership with Caritas Philippines, who were at the center of the response, not only within the main city, but also in other communities that perhaps weren't targeted by other NGOs, that they were willing to go and provide relief to those communities. So we're very proud of those two things. Yeah.
The Catholic Church, through Caritas Internationalis, responded immediately to the call. Caritas Aotearoa New Zealand was part of this response, securing money from the New Zealand government in a $1 for $1 partnership, and through significant public donations, raising around $500,000. I feel most proud of the Catholic Church's response, as it was many Caritas agencies from around the world coming together to support those most affected in the wake of this disaster. Equally, that we were involved for the following 3 years to support those affected in their recovery. So we didn't just give the money and leave.
Caritas Germany rallied behind the Filipino people. Actually, the response here in the Philippines during Typhoon Haiyan was one of the largest response that we have ever made for the Philippines. After Caritas Germany sent emergency experts to do an assessment, and along with them they brought emergency shelter, and immediately they were able to set up an office in Balangiga and in Borongan City. And for the response, actually we focused our work on emergency shelter, temporary shelter, restoring livelihoods, and also introducing alternative livelihoods for the people affected, mainly in Eastern Samar. And apart from that, we also supported the emergency appeal through Caritas Philippines. In the case of Caritas Germany, I think we work through, and our work was guided by the principles like localization. We believe in the strength of our partners. Like in our case, we work directly with the Diocese of Borongan. And apart from providing this emergency relief, we also we work with this principle of linking relief, rehabilitation, and development. So we didn't just go and leave, but we stayed behind especially with Diocese of Borongan. We helped them build the institution to strengthen them. And also, apart from doing this emergency response and in Borongan, we also helped in restoring critical infrastructure during the emergencies. We helped rebuild hospitals, we helped rebuild schools, because we believe that all this is part of the recovery work. And at the moment, because of our response, a Haiyan response, we were able to sustain our presence here in the Philippines. At the moment, it paved the way, that response actually paved the way for us to respond to other emergencies here in the Philippines. And also, since we are also working on social development issues in Germany, we are also able to deal with social issues here in the Philippines at the moment. So I think that is
how the church here is really have a compassion to the Yolanda typhoon, especially for the people. So I'm very proud because since the beginning, all the elements of the church involved in helping people to take a responsibility for all the people impact of that disasters. and there is a good communication, good collaboration, and start to do small things, everything they can do. That is very good, and I was also proud of the response of the church in Manila, in Filipina.
I think the most, what I'm most proud of is the constant presence of Caritas as part of Catholic Church, even before, during and after, just to make sure that all the needs of our brothers and sisters are met. So it's not only emergency needs, but all the needs after that for how they can bounce back and even sustain themselves after. And as Caritas, we feel this one identity as Catholic Church, as part of Caritas fraternity, that whenever there are brothers and sisters or other church in other parts of the world are being hit by disasters, we felt that, and then we rush and we immediately want to show our solidarity, and we communicate to each other openly, and there's also a willingness to share the resources, just to show that we're also here for you. We feel your pain, we wish we are there with you, but this is our way of showing our solidarity from afar. Yeah.
I think the response was pretty good. I think it was pretty quick. When they just received the first emergency appeals from Caritas Philippines, there was a lot of mobilization already in Spain, and they were able to mobilize very quick funds and also send personnel to the Philippines. Then we stayed with them during months, and I think the work we made with Caritas Philippines, the accompaniment to the response to the emergency, was pretty good, so very happy with that. I would say the awareness campaign that was in Spain, I think that was pretty good. I remember there was like a lot of information in the medias. Also the DSACs from different areas from Spain mobilized resources for awareness campaigns, and thanks to that we mobilized quite a lot of funds that were able to support the response here in the Philippines with personnel, with funds, and with equipment. So I think that's what I'm the most proud of.
Development and Peace in particular responded to Yolanda first by providing funds to partners that are engaged in relief distribution, in particular NASA, and then the Protestant Church organization, and then they sent staff from Canada to assist the Caritas International response, relief response in 2014, December 2013. And then early recovery, DNP used three-prong approach. One is working with and through partners, because DNP has more or less nine local partners in the Philippines, including NASA. So DNP provided funds, grants to the different partners for their relief response to their respective communities. And then another approach was establishment and development of resettlement site for ground zero communities in Tacloban in particular. So it initiated the formation of consortium, which is Francesco, that developed the Pope Francis Village in 2015. One is the integration of community organizing approach in pursuing humanitarian intervention. In particular with NASA, it was DNP who really pushed for the integration of community organizing component as part of the response of NASA. In all the dioceses covered by NASA intervention. So it hired it commissioned one of the NP partners, COM, and COM sent their community organizers to different dioceses covered by NASA response. Second is the development of resettlement site where the consortium managed to build 566 permanent housing units that can withstand, I think, Category 5, same as strong as Typhoon Haiyan. And then third is DNP, through its partners, managed to pursue development agenda while pursuing humanitarian response. For example, it managed to acquire it won several cases of land reform cases, meaning several communities covered by one of our partners really received Certificate of Land Ownership Award. So one of that is, so I would say the asset reform or the land reform was successfully pursued while in the midst of Yolanda response. Another aspect is the advocacy. One of our partners, DNP lead the formation of Community of Yolanda Survivors and Partners, which took the lead in advocating for, like for example, the audit of Yolanda funds, then conducted research and calling for the formation of Department of Disaster Resilience, which was during the time of Duterte, it was considered priority bill of Duterte to create the Department of, which I guess the CYSP contributed for the response of the government.
Caritas News on the Go, the Social Action Network's news and public affairs online show featuring national newsmakers and our team Caritas from the 85 social action centers nationwide. Live at Caritas Philippines social media channels, Fridays 9 to 10 o'clock in the morning. Caritas News on the Go.
I can't feed 5,000, but I can feed one. I can't walk on water, but I can walk in the shoes of another. I can't turn water into wine, but I can turn a frown into a smile. Sharing what I have in my hands is the miracle that needs to be seen today. Every blessing I receive is a miracle that I can share. This is what I can share. This is my Alay Kapwa.
Alay Kapwa, a flagship program of Caritas Philippines by the Catholic Bishops' Conference of the Philippines.
Ang ganda ng Pilipinas! Nandito sa atin ang Verde Island Passage, ang pinakamahalagang marine biodiversity sa mundo. Ang Lake Cebu ng South Cotabato, ang isa sa pinakaimportanteng watersheds sa bansa. Ang isla ng Palawan, ang last frontier ng Pilipinas. Ang Sibuyan Island, ang itinuturing na Galapagos of Asia, ay hindi rin pahuhuli sa ating listahan. Diba? Ang ganda ng Pilipinas at napakaswerte natin dahil dito ang tahanan natin. Subalit, paano kung ang lahat ng ito ay patuloy nang nasisira dahil sa kaliwat ka ng mining at coal operations, sa banta ng nuclear power operation, mga illegal logging at unregulated fishing, fossil gas expansions, at ang napakarami nating basura? Saan na tayo titira? Saan na titira ang ating mga anak? May pag-asa pa ba? may pagkakataon pa upang maging luntiang muli ang ating tahanan. Ako po si Jean Ray Henderson. Samahan ninyo kami sa Caritas Philippines sa pagtatanim ng mga puno at mga kawayan, sa pag-iwas ng paggamit ng single-use plastics, sa pagbabahagi ng mga kaalaman tungkol sa rights of nature, at sa pagsuporta sa mga advokasiyang nangangalaga sa ating nag-iisang tahanan.
Caritas News on the Go, the Social Action Network's news and public affairs online show featuring national newsmakers and our team Caritas from the 85 social action centers nationwide. Live at Caritas Philippines social media channels, Fridays 9 to 10 o'clock in the morning. Caritas News on the Go.
Nagbabalik po tayo dito sa Caritas News on the Go. Nitong mga nakaraang araw, nilipot po natin ang ating mga dioceses, ang Iloilo, San Carlos at Capiz, na nag-i-implement ng ating Caritas Bamboo Forest Project. Syempre, sa pamamagitan din po ng suporta na ibinibigay sa atin ng Cherry Rojas Foundation at ng USAID. Gusto po natin na maipakita din po sa inyo, like we promised, ang mga updates at kung ano na yung mga bago na nangyayari na po nitong mga nakaraang araw. Binanggit po namin sa inyo na meron na tayong biodiversity assessment, meron po tayong mga pagkikipag-usap doon sa ating mga partners, lalong-lalo na sa DENR, sa kanilang ecosystem, sa Research Development Bureau, at saka sa iba't iba pang mga ahensya or departamento ng DENR. Nakikipag-usap na din po tayo ngayon sa Department of Agriculture. Sinisimulan natin ang pakikipag-usap sa DTI at saka sa DOST upang mas na maging holistic ang ating pong implementasyon ng ganitong programa. Pero mas excited po kami na maipakita sa inyo kung ano ang nangyayari mismo doon sa ating mga communities, ano ang nangyayari on ground. At kasama po natin ngayon ang bagong National Coordinator ng Caritas Bamboo Forest Project, si Miss Angeline Escaros-Banta, at saka syempre pa ang ating Project Coordinator dyan sa Archdiocese of Capiz, sa Caritas Capiz, si Ms. Charmaine Durias, at walang iba kundi ang ating pong kasama din matagal na, si Father Paking Casalda. Kasama po yung ating mga communities at gusto nating ipakita sa inyo kung ano na ang itsura ng Caritas Bamboo Forest Project with Caritas Capiz. Nandito po ang ating report.
Bamboohay! Hello po sa inyong lahat. Ako po si Mai at nandito po tayo ngayon sa Barangay Agnaga, Cuartero, Capiz, kung saan i-establish po isa sa mga Caritas Bamboo Forest natin. And at the moment po, kasama natin ating 25 family partners sa community. And ito po ay second batch na ng ating bamboo propagation. So ito po ay pag-a-apply ng learnings natin from the Department of Environment and Natural Resources. And so far, sa Caritas Bamboo Forest Project dito sa Capiz, marami na din po tayong nagawa for the first quarter. We were able to conduct community inception. So na-present po natin. We made sure na meron po tayong strong collaboration among our partner agencies and other stakeholders, kagaya po ng barangay. Nakapag-community inception po tayo. And nakapag-conduct na rin po tayo ng biodiversity assessment. So magitan po ng tulong ng ating mga partner stakeholders, kasama po dyan ang academe, ang government, and mga private sectors. And para din po dito sa Caritas Bamboo Forest sa Capiz, isa po sa talagang pinagmamalaki natin yung strong collaboration among project partners and stakeholders. And syempre po yung pagpapasiguro na organize po ang ating community members. Although at this point, hindi pa naman po sila legally registered, pero we are on the process of training them on different capacity building activities para sa kanilang people's organization. And ang pinakamahalaga din po is yung pagpaprocess natin ng ating Memorandum of Agreement sa marami pong partners, and we're on our way din para sa signing noon kasama ang ating Archbishop.
So ayan, so napakaganda po ng ating experience dito po sa ating pag-visit sa Agnaga Cuartero Capiz na kung saan po ay binisita po natin ang bamboo forest po na isinasagawa ngayon po dito sa ating community. So nakikita ko po na kung ito po ay magpapatuloy, mas lalo tayong magkakaroon ng napakagandang advokasya patungkol po sa ating pag-develop at patungkol po sa ating environment. Mas lalo pong ito po yung pinakamagandang ginagawa para po magkaroon po tayo ng konkreto na aksyon para po maiwasan po natin at ma-mitigate po natin ang epekto at impact ng climate change po dito sa lugar na ito at hindi lang po dito kundi po sa buong probinsya po ng Capiz at maging po sa buong Pilipinas.
Pasok kasi ng bamboo project, more or less medyo yung relationship nila na build up na dahil doon sa EAP. Pero mas lalo ngayon na meron ng bamboo project, mas lalo na at least masasabi kong nagkakaisa sila sa kanilang gustong gagawin. Kasi for the diocese naman, siyempre, unang-una, itong lugar na ito na dati walang nakikinabangan pero para bang wala lang, pinapabayaan lang hanggang siguro kung may maiisip yung diocese. Pero ngayon may talagang konkretong proyektong inaabangan natin na makikita natin dito. So, para sa diocese, isang magandang bagay ito na nangyayari dito na may community na magtatayo ng bamboo forest project, and secondly sila mismo yung mag-aalaga later on. At saka yung nasisiyahan na rin yung diocese na yung lupain na nandito na dati walang may pakinabang nga pero yun nga hindi nga nabigyan masyado ng importansya ngayon makikinabangan na not only to the community but also for the diocese. First of all, nasisiyahan sila dahil nga nakikita nila na meron ding palang ibang organization na very interested on having a bamboo forest project. Yun, dahil diba inline din sa kanilang yung greening, National Greening Project NCP. Oo. So inline sa kanilang mga proyekto at saka yung partnership nakikita nila na pwede palang makipag-partner with non-government agencies or non-government groups na parang yung objective both for the DNR at saka yung sa mga NGOs or sa mga grupo halimbawa ng simbahan ay makakamit yung common objective. Well, masasabi ko na diba, we had advocacy. Ako mismo may advocacy rin ako na yung ang gusto nating bigyang lunas yung tinatawag nating climate change, yung effects ng climate change. So yung bamboo project talagang malaking bagay ito, malaking tulong para ma-address, more or less ma-address, makakontribute man lang tayo na yung climate change effects anong tawag doon sa amin yung mahagan-hagan o mitigate yung effects ng climate change.
At syempre din po, meron din po tayong nagawa na site planning. Nakapag-usap na po tayo sa ating mga partners on developing our site development plan. Masaya po kami na i-share sa inyo ang mga accomplishments dito sa Capiz and we look forward po para sa mas maganda at mas mabuhay na Caritas Bamboo Forest.
Bago po magtapos ang ating programa, ang Caritas News on the Go, gusto po namin lamang na magpasalamat sa ating mga dioceses who attended and participated so actively sa katatapos pa lamang po natin na resource mobilization workshop dyan po sa Tagaytay. At saka syempre, speaking of Caritas Philippines Academy, we have 2 course offerings and another workshop po that we will be offering ngayong December, from December 4 to 9. Gusto po namin na ipaalala sa inyo na meron tayong National Catholic Communicators Executive Training Workshop sa Caritas Philippines Academy at susundan po ito ng ating Social Enterprise Summit na dyan din po sa Tagaytay gagawin. Kaya iniimbitahan natin ang ating mga diocesan social action centers. There's still time para mag-book kayo ng mga tickets ninyo papunta dito sa Manila, papunta po sa Tagaytay, para po makasama natin kayo. So, ang ating pong communication training ay para sa ating mga social action centers, especially yung mga communications officers ninyo, at sa mga diocesan social communicators na meron po tayo. Alam namin na manggagaling pa lamang kayo sa Cebu para sa ating National Social Media Summit. Pero, syempre, another learning, another opportunity for us to better and to improve the quality of communications that we do with our fellow Filipinos, and especially para po na hindi lamang maibigay natin kung ano yung mga impormasyon, kundi mas na mapagigihan pa natin yung role natin for evangelization, di ba po? Maipaliganap talaga hindi lamang yung mga teachings, yung Catholic social teachings, kundi maibigay din po natin yung mga advokasya na ginagawa ng ating simbahan, lalong-lalo na on ecology, on good governance, at saka on justice and peace. Dahil ito yung isa sa mga pinaka-hinahanap sa atin ngayon ng ating mga kababayan. Ano po, some guidance as to what they should be or they can be doing para po mas ma-improve natin hindi lamang yung ating relationship sa bawat isa, kundi maiangat din po natin yung dignidad ng bawat isa, lalong-lalo na yung mga nasa laylayan ng lipunan. At this is one of the challenges that sinasabi sa atin ni Pope Francis. Hit the streets, sabi niya, nitong mga nakaraang World Communication Sunday. Dahil pag nandun daw po tayo bilang mga Catholic communicators sa lansangan, literal man yan or figuratively, ay nakikita natin, nakikipamuhay tayo at nararamdaman natin kung ano yung mas akma na mensahe na dapat ay ibinibigay natin sa bawat isa. Kaya, that's December 4 to 9, National Communicators Executive Training Workshop, Training Course, at saka po ang ating National Social Enterprise Summit. Mangyayari po iyan sa pamamagitan ng ating Caritas Philippines Academy. Maraming salamat po sa inyong lahat sa patuloy na pagtutok at pagsuporta sa 7 legacy programs ng Caritas Philippines. At syempre, gusto din po namin magpasalamat sa inyo na sa lahat ng Pasko na pinagdaanan ng Caritas Philippines ay nandyan pa rin kayo. So let this be a very early greeting of a Merry Christmas para sa ating lahat, para sa inyong mga pamilya mula po sa Caritas Philippines. Sa pangalan po ni na Kuya Sai at saka ni Kuya Leon, sa Communications and Partnership Development Office ng Caritas Philippines. Sa pangalan po ng aming Executive Director, Father Tony Labiao, at ang aming Presidente, Bishop Jose Colin Bagaforo. Ako po si Jean Ray Henderson at ito ang Caritas News on the Go.
Caritas News on the Go, the Social Action Network's news and public affairs online show featuring national newsmakers and our team Caritas from the 85 social action centers nationwide. Live at Caritas Philippines social media channels, Fridays 9 to 10 o'clock in the morning. Caritas News on the Go.